And I don't know about our audience, but this probably applies to you too. When I hear about lawmakers trying to pass stuff like this, I think of them sitting around in like the Legion of Doom,
right,
like around a table that's like dimly lit. One of them proposes something like this, and they all give like a sinister laugh or something.
You know, I don't really believe that, but these suggestions are so sinister that how else could they be conceived? But you know what? I think they're conceived in a different way. I think they are conceived during fundraising from the PAC groups that are funding the candidates, who then are participating in the corrupt quid pro quo of saying, well, you know what? Even though in the case of U.S. congressmen, each one represents about 703,000 individuals, I don't care if 2/3 of them believe the government should provide health care. I don't believe if 2/3 of them or more believe that abortion should be legal and safe. I'm going to act based on the 100 donors through a PAC instead of representing my 703,000 constituents. Is this terrorism? Are these proposals terrorism, Lewis? What if we define terrorism, as many do, as the deliberate murder of civilians or destruction of property in order to achieve a political objective? These proposals are terrorism.
By that definition, yes.
And by the definition of causing unrest, concern, and fear. Because when I hear these, and when women hear the relentless attacks on them that are being brought forth, if they're not afraid, they are not paying attention. And you know what? I don't think this stuff will pass. I really don't. But I think it is a brilliant move by Republicans. In this sense, the left has limited resources. We know that. And this type of proposal makes some of the effort and resources have to go towards denouncing these bills, which won't pass. But the left has no choice but to defend these. The left, even though the bills won't pass, progressives have to come out and denounce these and talk about them. We have to talk about it on our show, Lewis. Right? We could spend the 5 minutes talking about something else. We have a limited amount of time on each show, but people need to know, even if it won't pass, that people are having these ideas. Somewhere, as you said, Lewis, people are sitting around a table or on a conference call, and they think that this makes sense.
We don't really even need to denounce it. We just need to talk about it.
We need to make sure people know about it.
Because if we didn't talk about it, no major media outlet will. To the extent that we're talking about it.
You'll hear 30 seconds, maybe a couple of stories here and there. And by the way,
what you'll hear is a description that the lawmakers themselves would give for that bill.
You'll hear that, and the other thing you'll hear is the on the one hand and on the other side. Here's someone representing one side of the issue, and here's someone representing the other side of the issue, and both are equal and both are valid. And you know what? It's just not the case. If after the Super Bowl, you were allowed to have the people who discuss that Green Bay won, and then people who come on and say, well, we're from the side that believes that the Pittsburgh Steelers actually won. Right? You don't have to give both. Not every position is equally valid. And by the way, just to wrap up here, the Virginia legislature also announced that they have approved a bill that will regulate abortion clinics as hospitals. Okay? What does this mean? This means something that we should be afraid of. It will significantly limit access to the first trimester procedures that should be legal, safe, and accessible. Currently, clinics that provide first trimester abortions are regulated like other physicians' offices that provide outpatient services, not like hospitals. So, for example, vasectomy or a breast augmentation. The new law, clinics would be subject to the stringent rules that apply to inpatient hospital services, and it is going to significantly limit access to not the late-term abortions that are the subject of much controversy that nobody wants to see, but first trimester procedures. We need to be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen.
On top of being irresponsible, people will just go out of state if they want, if they need to.
Of course. I hate even getting into that because my point is, why are congressmen and senators, if Republicans don't want government involvement and government meddling, why are they deciding exactly what hospitals should and shouldn't be doing? But if we want to get into it, people will find abortions. If they are determined to get one, they will go out of state. And you know what? Even worse, they will have unsafe abortions. Let's take a break. On the bonus show today, Plenty of discussion. 80-mile-an-hour speed limits. Anonymous is at it again. davidpakman.com/membership.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.